Dale K. Brereton on the live drive, coming to you all the way from Shelburne, Ontario. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, and to all the Cyclopses that are in the building, to my brothers in arms, to Nuffy, to everyone who is coming on to this live. I want to let you know why I'm here. I am not here to besmirch the reputation of anyone. I'm here to wake you up. But I can't say the words because those words are a dog whistle. I can't tell you that you're woke. Can't say that no more. Y'all figured us out. You know what we're trying to say. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not here to talk to woke people. I'm here to talk to the people who are asleep. The woke don't need to be awakened. But y'all that are asleep, I'm here to splash cold water in your face. That's correct. You know, it's a serious thing when somebody comes for your wife. It's a dangerous thing, depending on who you are. If somebody comes for your wife now, they are directly attacking your manhood capacity. They're challenging you. They want to see what you're made of. They also want to let you know that everything that you hold dear and that you hold sacred, it's trash to them if they come for your wife. If they're coming for your wife, they're coming for your integrity. They're coming for your integrity. If they're coming for your wife, whether it's to sleep with her, whether it's to make her look bad, whether it's to drag her in the public eye, they could never be called a friend if they're coming for your wife. Do you see where I'm going with this? Grand Rising emails. Good morning, my brother. Big Lenek. Big Lenek. Say that with a Hebrew slang on it. It's crazy to me that, and for those who don't know, quickly, this is not new information, but I'm trying to put a new spin on relatively new information. That quickly after 47 was put in the winning seats, Russian media, which of course is controlled, national Russian media, not no obscure, national Russian media, wanted to celebrate another Russian in the White House. And that Russian in the White House is Melania Trump. She's the second foreign first lady. The other one's name escapes me at the moment, and probably none of y'all remember. But she's the second foreign first lady that's ever been in the White House. And the Russian national television shows want everybody in Russia to know that there was a naked Russian back in the White House. That's right. They didn't just say there was a Russian first lady again and get excited about that, but they took it upon themselves to show what type of Russian first lady was in the White House. They showed nude pictures of Melania. I don't know how you say her name, but they showed nude pictures of her. An expose from GQ magazine and other shots where she showed it all to all of us who are looking. Now, apparently the history of that situation is that she took that expose was done in 2000. I'm sure she's done other things because she was a model. She came to America, sponsored to come to America, I think in 96. She met Donald in 98. And apparently they started to date each other right away. Donald was he was in his 50s, it was late 50s. She was in her mid 30s. She's 50. I believe she's 52 or 54 now. She's somewhere around there. So she's about 24 years, 26 years, something like that, younger than Donald. They start to date, and they got married in 2005. Now Donald was running. He tried to run for president as early as 88. Donald was interested in the presidential race. In 2000, he put out a kind of a feeler committee to see what would happen if he would try to put his hat in the ring. But Melania was there from the very effectively beginning of Donald Trump's real desire to become the leader of the not-so-free world. And he got married to her in 2000, I believe 2005, I just said. I believe I'm correct about that. So that means even choosing her, he had a 5-year vetting observation scenario to say, if I want to be the president of the United States one day, and I got to have a woman standing at my side, do I want to have a stripper from Russia as the first lady? Like that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that, those things go through your mind. And listen, if you want to date someone and you have no issues with their past, you have no issues with the course of life they have chosen, and you love that person, and you want them in your life, I am your number one fan. I am your number one fan, if that's what you're looking for in your life. Because guess what? Love comes in all different sizes and packages. Okay? Love is like, it's kind of like that 10-second rule. You know that 10-second rule when you drop a piece of chicken on the floor and you pick it up within 10 seconds and you look at it and you dust it off and you throw it back in your mouth? Love is kind of like that, but it elongates the 10-second rule. It could be even 10-year rule. It'd be like, well, that was a while ago when she was a prostitute. I mean, when she was a stripper. I mean, when she was just showing her body to everybody else. That ain't going to affect anything. I know I want to be president one day. So what is clear to me, as I will look at your comments and read your comments, for those who know, this is a reciprocal show. You're on the show with me. You're with me doing the spiel. This is family business. For all of y'all who come out here, you know the spiel is part of your life, and I'm part of your life, and we share thoughts together. Everybody who comes on here, it's an equal opportunity platform. Come on out. But what's clear to me is that Vladimir has he's got some files on Melania. And we know that Donald went to Russia prior to him being a presidential candidate. Him and Vladimir probably were, hitting back some good old Russian vodka and eating some caviar off the bellies of scantily clad Russian young ladies. And I am sure that pictures of Melania are the least of which Vladimir has in those old Kremlin files. But let's put some things together politically, just so I can give you a snapshot and a picture of what's taking place here. Trump tells everyone that he's going to end both the war in the Middle East, speaking of Israel, North Africa, really, Northeast Africa, but he's going to end that war, and he's going to end the war in the Ukraine the day he's elected. Pick up the phone, he's going to call both of these guys, and he's going to let them know he's in charge now, and they need to stop their shenanigans. Well, we're still waiting on that. He also, now when he gets into office, says that he had a conversation with Putin. Quickly, the Kremlin, the officials from Putin's government said no conversation was had of that nature. Everyone called Trump within 24 hours to congratulate him on winning. The UN officials, Netanyahu called, all kinds of folks called Donald, except Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin put out a smear campaign. Vladimir Putin sat down with Kim Jong, signed a treaty for hundreds of thousands of Korean troops to come out there and deal with Mr. Zelensky and his Ukrainian upstarts. Vladimir Putin started throwing long-range missiles into the areas of the Ukraine to get these boys disheveled. Vladimir Putin wasn't on the telephone with Donald Trump making any deals. And he wanted everyone to know what he thought of Donald and what he thought of his first lady the day, the second that he was put in that seat. If that sounds like someone that Donald has an advantage on, you need to shake your head twice on a Tuesday, baby, because that's not what that is. That's a power play. That's like you having an argument with your ex. And after you have that argument with her, you send her a couple of videos of some moments that you shared together, reminding her that you have the power in that situation. It's a rotten move, by the way, but it's done. You know, people do that. So that's what Vladimir did. He's like, you're going to tell people what you're going to do to me? How about you tell people where this woman came from? In fact, let me show her. Let me show everybody, in case they forgot. I remember when Melania took her first few steps in the White House after the Queen, Michelle Obama, stepped down, got into her helicopter and flew away with the first black president in their helicopter in the sky. And women said all over America, I don't know what race they were that were saying this, I can only assume, said, class has returned to the White House. I remember that statement so strongly. It still offends me to this day. Class has returned to the White House. And Vladimir wanted everyone to know again, class has also returned to the White House. I think you can't put the C in the L. I think you got to move the C and the L out of it. It's okay. Class has returned to the White House. And I want to know what position that puts a very antagonistic individual. When you threaten Donald, when you piss Donald off, oh boy. I remember when Obama did a roast of Donald Trump, and Obama was on his behind. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Donald didn't like that, baby. Obama, you know, Obama's funny. Obama could do stand-up. Obama laid into him, boy. People were holding their stomach laughing. Oh, geez, even his children were laughing because Obama hit him where it hurts. Trump doesn't like that, and I understand that when Putin 2 days later congratulated Donald Trump in a press conference. I understand that Donald Trump has never responded to that congratulations. He hasn't said a word about it. And I agree with him 100%. You come from my wife, and you want to go and congratulate me? No, brother, we're going to have some talking to do. We need to talk. We need to have a conversation. Let me see what y'all folks got to say. Somebody said MAGA 2025, baby. Well, you know, I really hope America can get great again. I'm looking for a great America. I need a great America to come back. I need y'all. I need y'all to be great again. Just trying to go back to when you guys were great the first time. But I need y'all to be great again. Whatever, again, reflects and refers to. I need y'all to be great again. Y'all were great for some moments. You had some great moments. America had some great moments. When Jesse Owens won the Olympics, told Hitler that those Aryan boys were not the master race, that was a great moment. That was a fantastic moment. You guys have had some great moments. Wilma Rudolph, when she won, great moment. That was a fantastic moment. When Farrakhan had a Million Man March, woof, woof. That sent chills down my spine. Y'all trying to say that there was only a few hundred people showed up. Farrakhan marched on Washington, D.C. with 1 million black kings. That was a fantastic moment. You guys have had some great moments. We need some more great moments like that. We need some more amazing moments like that. When Malcolm stood up and said, by any means necessary. Yeesh. Those are some fantastic moments. When Muhammad Ali said the Viet Cong never called me. Big moments. America has had some great moments. We need more of those great moments. When you put the first black man as the president of the United States, and a 102-year-old woman said, you know what? I've waited for this day. When white people and black people alike stood there in the moment of President Barack, what a name, Barack Obama. That was a fantastic American moment. One of the greatest. Fantastic moment. You guys have had some great moments. When William J. Seymour, that one-eyed sharecropper, got the Holy Ghost, and white people, black people, Latino people, Asian people all began to worship God in one accord in the Azusa Street movement, that was a great moment. Let's make America great like that again in 2025. I can't wait for those moments to come back. Those are really good moments. Let me see here. What y'all got to say? Y'all got nothing to say? Catch you on this replay, brother. Got to get back to work. Okay, no problem. You have a biker jacket with a red hoodie and a baseball cap. That brother, the observation skills. The hoodie is not red. Okay. Now, I gotta hit you because I'm a fashionista kind of guy, right? It's cold outside. Okay. What color is this? This is. What color is this? I'm gonna mess with you because this is purple. It's not really purple, but I'm a bishop, so all of these colors are purple. There's blue purple. There's the fuchsia that's purple. It's all purple. Yes, it is maroon, as you would call it, but it's purple. I'm wearing the colors of the bishopric and of my royal office, and a baseball cap. I'm wearing that too. Man, the observation skills of some of my guests here are positively fantastic. Somebody said, "That's scary. Why are you wearing those clothes? They are not matching. You have no fashion sense." The audacity of you. The audacity. The audacity of you, okay? I dress immaculately for the spiel. I have on some fantastic matching Jordans right now with my black biker jacket, okay? My black hat. Come on, I'm the man in black right now. The audacity of you. And anyway, I would definitely like to forward you to my other social media pages where the flexibility and versatility of my attire is set on stage for you all. Okay? And I know you consumers from America, you cause yourself to be caught up with trends of wearing people's names on you. The only name that I wear on you is my own brands. And for those who don't know the spiel is about, it's not about me wearing other people's brands. It's about us making our own brand. That's right. So a lot of the things that I actually wear are things that I have had manufactured of myself. You know, they're private label where I put my own label on it. Because I had my own clothing store, I've had my own shoe line, I've had my own stuff. You know, this is my merch. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the things that you see here on the spiel is me letting you know through my own way that you can go out there and set your own brands. A lot of you are a tapestry of tattoos. And for some of these particular brand companies, you are their favorite jigaboo. I'm not one of those guys. That's why I told them back in October, I said, you got to burn your Nikes. I told them back then that we ain't going to be wearing the slave master's brands. So for some of you who, you know, you might be ridiculing my capacity to put together my clothing. The devil is a liar. I'm a bad dressed man. Okay, listen, as we go back to the spiel, speaking of individuals who are poorly dressed, who don't even wear their own hair, Donald has to figure out how he is going to navigate in a world where the insults are going to be flying. They're going to be flying. I saw Donald again from yesterday's video walk away from the John Jones. His hair, the wig that they got on him. You know, it was very Simpson-like. He looked like Donald Trump from The Simpsons. He's so blonde. That 80-year-old man is so blonde. Oh my goodness. The pigmentation of his hair his wig has maintained itself over the course of his years. But he's got to figure out now, is he going to respond to these ad hominem attacks? I've never used that term. I just wanted to throw it out there because y'all love to say stuff like that. The ad hominem attacks on himself and his wife by, in my opinion, enemy number one. Enemy number one isn't China. Enemy number one is Vladimir Putin. And in the American microcosm, I would be very concerned about the relationship that Donald has with Russia. Is Russia controlling your economy? Is Russia controlling your president? A man who idolizes Vladimir Putin. In fact, he had members of the status quo of America have said that his crush on Putin is bizarre. How do you let a man just talk about your wife like that? Has Vladimir Putin had intimate relationships with Melania Trump? Because Melania is very clear what Melania was about. Melania wanted to marry rich. It's very clear. She wanted to be taken care of, and she found herself a sugar daddy, almost 60-year-old man when she was in her 30s. Nothing's wrong with that, by the way. Don't get me wrong. Nothing's wrong with that. If you're a 60-year-old dude and you go grab yourself a young 30-year-old little piece of change, come on now. There's nothing wrong with that. But Donald knew what he was doing. He was taking care of a stripper. I mean, he was taking care of a model, a naked model, a butt-naked model. We call them strippers. But he was taking care of a young lady who's half his age, who wanted some sugar daddy to take care of her. So, but that's Putin. Does Putin have more files? Has Putin been close to Melania before Donald Trump? She had a lot of life to live. I mean, she was 34 years old. I believe she started modeling at 16. She's a Russian model at a very young age. We don't know what was going on in her life prior to this. We have no idea. I suspect that a lot of officials got very official with Melania before Donald Trump. And I believe that a lot of those officials have files like Putin. And so he wants everyone to know. This is the girl we used to pass around back here. That's your wife. We used to pass her around like cupcakes. She was an hors d'oeuvre. And now she's your wife. And she's your first lady. Russian laugh. And I think that's what's going on over there. And I guess there's nothing wrong with that if you're America. It's the land of the free, the home of the brave, baby. You gotta be brave if you're a president. You want to marry a stripper, and then, you're serving two offices, trying to tell people how to run their country, and you can't even run your household. We weren't sure if Melania was going to still be married to Donald Trump. It looked like they were getting a divorce. We know that she launched her book, but then, and we also know that she was speaking very strongly for pro-choice. She was very pro-choice. She's not pro-life at all. She's very outspoken about that. Because we don't know how many babies Melania has flushed down the doggone toilet. So she's very pro-choice. She released her book, which looked like if Donald doesn't win and our marriage goes in the wrong direction, I'm going to have a tell-all book that might make me a little bit of money in case I can't get any money out of this old geezer. But then it switched up. When Donald got shot, Melania came out there and said, it's scary how this has been so silent, the investigation and how the Secret Service allowed this and how no one's talking about this. And she was very, very concerned, apparently. That's when it switched. But before that, it seemed like Melania, she wasn't on the campaign trail. She wasn't anywhere near any of that stuff. And it really seemed like, hey, looks like it could be Splitsville for the Trumpster. It's no big deal to Donald. Donald's gone through wives like he goes through wives like, I don't want to say anything crude, but he goes through wives. He goes through wives, okay? Donald Trump be changing wives like brothers be changing socks. He goes through a lot of women. We know that. He's had a lot of women in his life. I don't know how many wives he's had. I think I remember at least 3. I think there's at least 3. Am I wrong? I think there's at least 3 wives, no? So he's gone through his share of people. But how does all of this square up when you've got the president of the not-so-free world being effectively intimidated by the Kremlin on the day he gets the nod that he's going to be the president? Russian national television puts an expose, a naked expose of his wife. It says, how you like me now? Boy, if that's not the throwing down of the gauntlet, nothing is. If that doesn't give Trump energy to say, Zelensky, I'm putting all my weight behind you, big fella. Zelensky called him right away. Zelensky didn't wait. Zelensky called him right away. Much love, brother. Love the streams. Black Panther actually back, baby. And content, especially the ones with faith. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. You guys can go look at also. I gotta tell you, I gotta send you to my church page. But what's going to happen now is on the church page on Thursday nights, Emmanuel Church of Jesus Christ Apostolic and Shiloh Institute will be streaming live simultaneously. So Thursday night, 7:30, you're going to be getting the seminary lesson too. So I appreciate that, Black Panther X. I should be really talking about that more. Um, for those who are looking for me on social media, Bishop Wendell Brereton or Bishop Brereton, you can find me on Emmanuel Church of Jesus Christ's page. That's our church, which I teach the seminary. And there's a lot of messages on there too, a lot of positive things on there too, where I break some things down. The Spiel and the Shiloh Institute is a different type of vibe. We try to get into geopolitics, world issues, things specific to the Black community, both in the West, in Africa, in Israel. We talk about our Demona saints. We talk about anything that is cutting edge in respect to world issues. We also talk about my fantastic fashion sense. We've got to talk about that too, because I cannot believe they are here besmirching the 6'7" wonder. There'll never be another. That's myself. And you know how hard it is to buy clothes for a 6'7", 270-pound silverback gorilla with a 7'1" wingspan? I can't buy my clothes in Foot Locker like some of you regular ninjas. I can't go out there and I can't go mall shopping. I'm not a mall shopper. I can't go to the mall with a 37 inseam. Go find jeans with a 37 inseam. Go find a shirt, a regular shirt with a 37 and a half arm length shirt. Come on, you can't find those kind of things. I got a 19-inch neck, right? I got biceps like Hulk doggone Hogan, baby. I'm built like a black Marvel character. You won't find clothes for brothers like me. The fact that I'm not just walking around here in a burqa, y'all should be giving me a standing applause. All right? But I appreciate you, Black Panther X. Very much appreciate that. They don't need an explanation. It's deflection from you speaking the truth. You know what? Thank you very much. My low self-esteem was showing there. I shouldn't have explained anything to them. I should have continued. I appreciate you very much. You know what? It would have been crazy if Barack Obama was married to Meg Thee Stallion. And Meg Thee Stallion was the first Black First Lady of the White House. It would have been crazy. And in other news, it would have been crazy if Nicki Minaj was the first. I wouldn't have minded so much because Nicki's from Trinidad and Tobago. I don't think I'm going to throw Nicki under the bus. It would have been fantastic if Nicki Minaj was the first lady, actually. Let me not use you, Nicki. You're Trinidadian. Trinity the born, baby. But it would have been interesting. It would have been interesting. But if Meg Thee Stallion, let's go back to Meg Thee Stallion. If Meg Thee Stallion was the first lady, that would have been crazy. And y'all wouldn't have let us forget about it. Never would y'all would have let us forget about that. You would say, oh, the first lady, the first twerker. They would have called it the first twerker. They wouldn't have called it the first lady. They would have called it the first twerker of the Black White House. The Black White House. Y'all would have made some kind of, oh my goodness. But you guys are using kid gloves with Melania. Kid gloves with Melania. Trump had some actually other wives who were actually credible, smart people. I think the last wife he had was a pretty serious woman. She was running most of his companies and everything. Melania, everybody's got the right to change their life. She's a fantastic story. She's the story of Rahab. Do you guys know who Rahab was? Rahab was a prostitute in Jericho. That's right. When the Israelites crossed over the Jordan River, the first place they came up on was a place called Rahab. Jericho, rather. And the individual who was, you saw her house, as soon as you came to Jericho, you saw Rahab, the prostitute's house. She was the welcome wagon to Jericho. Rahab. And the story goes on to say that when Israel went to spy out the land, they sent 12 spies, and Rahab, the prostitute, she hid the spies because she truly believed that the God of Israel was God indeed. And she said, I only got one condition, that when you guys come over here, you guys take over our situation, just protect me and protect my father's house, me and my parents and everybody, just protect us. And that's exactly what happened. Rahab hid the spies. They escaped. They eventually came back, defeated Jericho, and Rahab got married to a nice little Israelite boy. I believe his name was Caleb. And so she changed her, and Rahab is actually in the line of Jesus. That's the ancestral line, I believe. Rahab is in that line because Caleb was from the tribe of Judah. So sometimes you can change your situation. I ain't knocking Melania. I'm not knocking her. But woe unto us if the first black lady of the White House was an old prostitute, was old Rahab. There wouldn't have been no grace. There wouldn't have been no grace for her. You guys tried to make Michelle Obama into a transvestite, a woman that biologically gave birth to 2 daughters. Right? This is how evil you ninjas are. You tried to say that this black woman, this black queen, this lawyer graduated from Princeton, the presumptive first female president. I'm waiting for first black female president. Don't worry, we're going to run her next. Oh, we're going to run her next. We're going to run Michelle Trump, baby. Michelle Obama. We're going to run Michelle Obama on your behind. Come on now. Wait till 2028. 2028, y'all going to lose your mind when we try to run Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama, Princeton graduate, giving birth to 2 beautiful daughters. Tried to say that she's a transvestite. You evil, evil, evil people. Who said that? Tried to say, I remember they're showing pictures of the Planet of the Apes and trying to put Michelle Obama's face in that situation, saying that she's an ape. Michelle Obama, that brilliant black woman. Michelle Obama was so brilliant. When Barack, was he running? When he was running, they had to say, hey, say less. You taking the shine off of this man. You two, just calm it down. Because that woman, outspoken, fantastic, she is brilliant. Look at who you had sitting in the White House. 2 people who easily could be the president. Either or. You flip Barack for Michelle, you lose nothing. You lose nothing. If you flip Barack, flip Melania for Trump. Let Melania be the president and Trump be the first gentleman. See what happens. Jeez. The Kremlin will move in here, boy, so fast. And they tried to make Michelle Obama out to be a transvestite woman that adopted her 2 beautiful daughters that look exactly like her. She adopted 2 kids that look just like her. And Barack. Wild stuff. Wild stuff. Well, no one is saying a word about the current First Lady. And they shouldn't say a word about her. Why should they? Why should America say a word about this woman? What has she done to you? She's done nothing to you. She's facilitated the American dream. Right? She's come to America. She's shown her wares to all. She found herself a rich American robber baron. She married him, and now she is the First Lady times 2 of these United States. What a story. She's the American dream. She is. She's the American dream. Not for us, but for some of you guys. She's the American dream. Can't even imagine. Can't even imagine. Vivek for 2028. Who is Vivek? People stop buying her BS. Jerry Rash. I don't know who Vivek is. I can admit I don't know some. I don't know who that is. Vivek for 2028. I don't know who that is, but I'll look it up. I don't know who that is. But ladies and gentlemen, that's it. This is The Real Spiel. This is Del K. Brereton. I'd like you to take a look at that and figure out now how Donald Trump will be beholden to Putin and his mindset when it comes to Putin. But I believe that all that's going to happen is it's going to cause him to support Zelensky even more. I believe that Russian and American relations are going to be terrible in the next 4 years, especially since Putin has gone and got a pretty doggone good ally with North Korea. That Ukrainian war is about to be crazy. Biden just authorized long-range missiles, and so Biden's not helping the situation. Biden's going to leave Trump with a mess, and it's going to be a long time before that war is over, in my humble opinion. But I believe that Russia is going to try to get that thing done before January. They're going to try to overwhelm that situation before January, and by the time Trump gets in there, Russia probably already just take control of the whole place. There won't even be a Ukraine anymore. So, God bless you. We'll talk soon. This is Del K. Brereton. This is The Real Spiel, all the way from Mississauga, Ontario. Okay? Wearing the merch. Bless you. Take it easy. Have a fantastic day.